a simple tennis ball or lacrosse ball can really help smooth out your takeaway and your overall swing tempo. If you're anything like myself, I can get way too quick, way too fast on my backswing. I tend to have a quicker, shorter backswing anyway, but even with my personal swing, I could still get way too fast and way too quick. Now, I know a lot of us don't just have hours and hours to go hit balls at the driving range and work on stuff, but when you do get a chance to practice, you got to make sure it's meaningful and that it provides some lasting impact. So one thing that I've found that has really helped me is just using a simple tennis ball on my takeaway. And then the lacrosse ball is a little heavier, has a little more weight to it. And for myself, this has been really beneficial as well. But basically, just address the ball. Going to hit some into the net here. Set the tennis ball behind the ball you're addressing and focus on pushing this back in a smooth manner. So rather than getting all super fast, super quick, and just snatching it away, just adding this element in can be really helpful. A lot of times you just tell yourself, take it back slower, be more methodical, be more deliberate. But sometimes it's very helpful to actually add in an object or add in an element that helps you accomplish that goal. So just putting a tennis ball there, focusing on pushing that back smoothly, really helps me get into an overall smoother tempo and an overall smoother swing. Everyone has their own unique tempo. Now, as far as the lacrosse ball, it's basically the same concept. It's just that lacrosse ball has a lot more weight to it than the tennis ball, so it's even a little more helpful for pushing it back smoother as it provides a little bit more resistance. So just setting that lacrosse ball behind the golf ball, pushing that away, swinging on through. Just adding in that little element can really help your overall swing tempo and set your swing on the right path from the takeaway onward. How do you have any idea what your tempo actually is other than feeling like that felt like a good swing or not sure if that was too quick? I have used the Blast golf sensor from Blast Motion. This is just a little disc-shaped gadget. It goes into a little rubber attachment that pops onto the end of your golf club. And this actually will connect to an app on your device and will give you exactly what your tempo is, what your hand speed is, what your swing speed is. I'll show what it looks like here in the app as far as seeing what your tempo is. This simple little gadget from Blast Golf, really easy to use. There's an Amazon affiliate link to this Blast Golf sensor in the description of the video. Make sure and check that out. Let's take this concept out to the golf course and see how it translates out there. All right, worked on that smoother takeaway to improve overall tempo using the tennis ball at the house. We're taking that concept out to the golf course here. We got about 160 yards to this green. You're not going to be bringing a tennis ball out there with your buddies when you're playing on the weekend, but I just brought it to illustrate what we've been working on. And as I set this behind the ball, what I was working on at the house is just pushing this away smoothly, and that gets me into a smoother takeaway and an overall smoother tempo. Now, the key to that is whenever you're working on a drill at the driving range or at your house, wherever it may be, you're trying to just create a really simple feeling, a really simple thought that you can go to when you're out there actually playing. And that is a really easy, simple thought to go to, just pushing that tennis ball back. I got 160 yards here. Whether you're playing for your club championship, trying to qualify for your favorite event, or just playing on the weekend with your buddies for $5, 160 yards is 160 yards. All that changes as far as the high stakes of it is just in your mind. And really hitting a 160-yard shot is just about recreating a simple motion. If you can get your mind focused on just recreating a motion that you've done hundreds and thousands of times, it is going to alleviate whatever pressure you may be feeling in the moment. So I'm just thinking, push that tennis ball back. I got 160 yards here to the green. I'm thinking what I worked on at the house, just that feeling of pushing the tennis ball back, and that's going to help me when I have a real shot here out on the course. I encourage you to find something you can work on at the driving range, at your house, into a golf net that allow you to recreate that feeling when you're out on the golf course actually playing. A drill doesn't really help you if you're never able to actually incorporate what the drill is trying to accomplish. So glad we got a chance to get this concept out to the golf course, just taking that simple tennis ball drill that can be very helpful with overall tempo, overall takeaway and having that translate out to the golf course when you're actually hitting golf shots. Hope I find it helpful. If you have some other simple things that work for you, would love to hear from you in the comments. Also, don't forget my absolute favorite golf gloves, the Clinch golf gloves. These things are awesome. They're incredibly long lasting. You got a real good feel, real good connection to the club. Check out that affiliate link in the description of the video as well. Thanks for taking the time to watch.